Come, gather round, everyone. They're about to talk Disney. I am still so confused as to whether I'm going to eat at Connections or Creations. So the only way I can keep them straight is I have to think, okay, well, my mouth connects to my stomach, so I guess that's Connections.
So I call Catherine to see how dinner at the restaurant is going, and she says, I can't talk to you right now. I'm talking to Mickey. So I'm like, okay, here's the big cheese. I get it. And then she says, hold on, he wants to talk to you. So she FaceTimes me, and I'm FaceTiming with Mickey as I'm getting ready for the podcast.
I don't understand why people spend hard-earned money on a Mickey ice cream sandwich in the parks. I mean, we literally all have ice cream sandwiches in our freezers at home. We don't have Mickey bars. From the mind and creator of the Disney YouTube channel Living in Diz comes a whole new Disney podcast. Okay, can we talk some serious Disney here now? Nope. Get ready for all the Disney knowledge that you can handle. It's Corey. It's Lawrence. It's the Diz Pod.
You are now listening to a member of the Disney Podcast family. Head over to Disney Podcast Family on Instagram to see all the latest posts for this show and links to other great Disney podcasts.
Hello and welcome everyone to the Diz Pod as we inch closer and closer to the Big 5-0. We got to do something special for the Big 5-0. It's not too far away. We about 2-3 episodes at this point.
Yeah, it's I think we are 5 episodes away. So it's coming close. It's coming close. We got some plans in the works. Don't worry.
Amazed is. So it is the middle of the week. It's hump day. For anyone who's young enough to remember, it's hump day. And today went very well. Today flew by. So if that's any indication of how fast today went, it felt like the fastest day of my life. This podcast will fly as well. But it always does. 2 hours get away from us really quick.
Very quickly. Yes. And then all of a sudden, we're doing the after show and we're talking and it's another hour gone. We're like, okay, we might want to go do something.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I got to get doing something. And that's what we do. So lots going on. Disney loves it. Listen, every time Disney makes a move, makes an announcement, anything, I don't think I give them way too much credit. I just think everything is so well calculated and everything they do and thought out. There's always a reason. Even if it feels like it's not the right reason for us, it's the reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking about, the other day, just every day they sit on news, right? So how much news are they sitting on right now? It's just incremental every day, right? I just feel like every time I hit Instagram daily, there's a Disney park story, and most of the time it's announcing something new. There's
right.
A lot of announcements coming out. So really glad that all of a sudden, can we finally put the C word behind us? Because now spending is happening. We've found returns that have come back to the parks for Disney to be able to spend. Now they're going to spend billions out there in
right.
Disneyland. The parks internationally continue to expand. New lands opening soon, or some have just opened, right? Something like that.
Yep.
And here now we're going to get things are moving forward here. The walls are coming down at the Communicore soon. The walls, they'll take those walls and they'll just walk them over to Test Track and put those up right there. And so that'll happen about a week after Communicore opens.
Yeah.
Which is okay. Love Test Track. I'm excited for what's coming for it. Love new stuff. but I can wait. I'm good with a year. I can do it. I can do it. There's rides I can't do it for though.
Like,
Spaceship Earth.
mm,
When they announced that closing of like 2 years,
yeah,
I wasn't liking that.
yeah.
I didn't want to sacrifice Spaceship Earth for 2 years.
2 years is a long time, especially for that ride in the icon of the park. That would be tough. That would
That
be,
would be tough. But Disney, they have to get that project done
yeah,
as quickly as possible. There's no dragon butt for two reasons. Number one, there is a sponsor behind it, and it is the original sponsor from day one opening,
hmm,
right? Day one of that attraction, Test Track, GM.
yeah,
And, when you have a sponsor, you've got to get things done. And they make sure that, the funds are there. So
yeah.
there's no lollygagging about that. So, we're looking at community core opening. And for the, as long as you don't go to the Test Track area, you might feel like it's no longer Walcott.
Right.
So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm excited to see how when those walls come down, how that area is going to just feel more open, bigger.
Yeah.
Dying to see how that stage outside is going to be used. Besides putting our buddy Neil out there to blow trumpet.
And with Test Track where it is, you don't really have to walk past the walls. You could just avoid, that whole section of Test Track.
You're absolutely correct. You don't have to do that. You don't have to go over there. The only reason to go in that area at that point is if you want to go to Space 220 or you want to go to Mission Space.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's it. So it'll be largely avoided
Hmm.
by most guests. So that's good. I mean, they always have the food booth there. So you'd have the walls to look at there. I don't think that they would relocate that booth. There's not really a place to really why move it. And they just opened that or reopened a short time ago that area to the side that's covered and you can eat there. And aren't they serving
Oh,
drinks
yeah.
again? They're
I
serving
think so.
drinks again, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
think
feel so
it's like
stupid about that.
drinks. Yeah.
Yeah. So all that's happening over there, with news and it's a go. It's a go for a project beyond Big Thunder Mountain.
Mm.
Really excited about that. Lots of questions, and I would say that some information that I'm informing my opinions from is a buddy of ours over there at Mickey Views. We love Braden, and so I watched a few of his videos. So with that said, it's interesting. You've got theming there. You've got Big Thunder.
Hmm.
You've got, or if you back it up, you have Tiana's, New Orleans based. There's still thoughts that Pecos is going to get rethemed, and we'll turn that area into some New Orleans Square area. But with Big Thunder, right, it has to kind of be a desert thing. For anybody that didn't see his video recently, you should check it out. There's mild theory now that could become Radiator Springs first to blend in.
Mm. To kind
Some
of go from one to the other.
Some people would argue, why do that? It's already a thing in Disneyland. But hey, I live here. I'm good with it.
Right?
Give us Radiator Springs.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would love a Cars area for sure. And then, we get our wish, lots of people's wish for villains. So that's there too.
So, you were talking about the 50th episode. So we have the 50th episode coming up. We have the anniversary of episode 1, which actually falls on Wednesdays. So the 1 year anniversary of the show will be on a Wednesdays. It is not episode 50, but so we have the 50th episode. We have the anniversary of the show, and then come August, we're going to have D23. That one's, I don't know, we may need to think about moving that to a different night maybe for that week so that we're closer to the information coming out, or make it
We'll have to take a look at it.
yeah, or make it 2 shows, something. But I think this D23 is going to be huge, absolutely huge. So we'll see.
This could be the most exciting D23 in a long time.
In a long time. Yeah. Yeah. And I think you're going to have concrete announcements, not a lot of blue sky stuff. That
Yes.
is going to be much bigger to have actual, concrete. I mean, what did we get last one that we were getting Figment and then Moana was doing a meet and greet, like nothing big. This is going to be a big one. Yeah.
I agree. Very exciting. Yeah. So you got to think about it, right? If they've released this really great information, they could have saved it for D23. So what else is coming?
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be big.
And they kissed and made up with the governor.
I saw that. That's probably one of the biggest hurdles to keep all of this moving forward was getting all that nonsense behind them. Both
So much posturing, right? It's like this was in the works for it was on the desk to be taken care of for decades.
Mhm.
He just picked it up and followed through with it. And it's good that they've come together and worked out the differences because it can only help both. And he changed his tune too to very supportive of Disney now.
Right.
Hey, we've got a universe. He says I like competition between both of the parks. Universal's coming up with this great thing, and you think it would want to fuel Disney to want to count. They have to answer. Who said that? Who said that on what podcast many weeks ago? That Disney needs to respond.
He might want to go back and watch that episode, or maybe he did watch that episode.
The governor may have watched. So I'm glad that that's all happening, and he also suggested and promoted, in a sense, if the way it depends on how you hear it, is a fifth park. So the governor would like to see a fifth park. We still think Disney needs to respond in the way of a fifth park. So Neil doesn't think so, though. I talked to Neil about that, and he's like, it's Disney. They don't have to respond with a fifth park, but I think, and he's kind of true. It's kind of true. I think Disney can still rest on their name and be fine, but I think they should respond. Disney's always responded with another park.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. Not always, right? I just remembered that when Universal hit Florida, Disney said, oh, well, we're going to create Hollywood Studios.
Exactly. And excuse me, if you think about it from the governor's standpoint, if Epic is going to open in 2025, that's going to carry a lot of tourism through to 26 and 27, obviously, and beyond, but really that's going to be the meat and potatoes of it. Well, if Disney is doing these larger projects or a fifth gate, that's going to get started now and then open about the time that Universal starts to, or Epic Universe starts to calm down a little bit, which means tourism in Florida and Orlando is going to ramp back up. So yeah, you would want to have made up with Disney for sure, and keep things moving at this schedule, because it's only going to be good for Florida and all of you folks that live there and get the benefit of the tourism taxes and all that.
Can you imagine the greatness of all of this? Is like you said when you mentioned for all of you that live here, and let's take it further to all of that watch the streams. So Neil and I live here, so I get excited when something new comes because it's another thing to show. It's another thing to share.
Yes.
I'm thinking, can you imagine Beyond Thunder Mountain attraction? We're at Magic Kingdom, and it's like we're no longer stuck to Adventureland and Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. It's like, hey, let's go over to whatever they're gonna call it. Let's go over to Villains.
Right.
Let's walk through and do Radiator Springs tonight.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it's amazing. It's very exciting when you talk about things like that. I wonder how much we're gonna be able to do at Universal, at Epic. You got to think they're going to stick with the rules of not riding the rides, but there's more to show. I mean, everything on the outside, there's more to see. There's more to show. So, that's all good.
I think the question on that will be how much of the IP do they own? If that's the real reason that they don't want you streaming is because they don't own the rights to it. So
I believe that's the reason.
So if that's the case, then if they're putting in IP that they obviously Mario is not going to happen,
No.
But you can certainly walk through there and show that. I've seen that from the other coast. So that I mean, that alone that's an all day stream right there.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking, I think there's a lot to see without going inside and
Yeah,
all that for Mario.
yeah.
So that'll be cool. There's a lot of outside stuff you can see with that. Maybe you can show Donkey Kong from the outside. Of course you can. You can show Donkey Kong from the outside.
Hmm. Hmm.
What's the difference between showing Velocicoaster from the outside?
Yeah,
In every angle you can, but you can't ride it
yeah.
and show it.
Well, Velocicoaster, I mean, they won't even let you take your phone on or your keys on. So they're not going to let you take that on. But, the other runs, I just don't get. Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah. They did announce that, and they showed on social media, what, last week or late the week before, where the How to Train Your Dragon show has
Mhm.
been confirmed.
Okay.
I would love to show that.
Yeah.
Though, but we show the Grinch, so maybe. I
Right.
would love that. That would be such a great addition to entertaining everybody watching a
Absolutely.
show. And it looks great. Did you see it? Like there's dragons flying
No.
over the crowd and everything. A person on the dragon,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
smoke,
It's
I
going
don't
to
know
be
if there's
pretty
any
cool.
pyrotechnics, but it's
It's
going
gonna
to be a whole day park.
Yeah.
You're not going to park hop really.
No.
It's a little jaunt to do that. I mean, you could do it. It's probably like park hopping in Disney World, but you're on public streets.
Well, but as big as it is, it will take you all day to do that park. So there really wouldn't be a need for you to park hop. So I,
I I,
I think it's going to be good. I'm excited.
I think for our family, if we commit to epic that day, it's going to be epic that day.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anything else before we get started with the main topic?
What is our main topic? Because I feel like it's where did Neil eat the other night?
Well, we can cut to the chase. On the live stream the other night, which we had a fantastic time, but we can go into that inside the parks and what we did this weekend. Uh, so Neil promised that he would tell everybody where he was going to eat. I said Japan. I honestly don't even know, and I talked to Neil for probably 45 minutes today, and I didn't even think to ask. So, what's the big reveal? Where do we think Neil ate? I say Japan.
I was thinking Japan. Germany was in my head. I put it in the poll because that's what came out. And of course, there's only so many countries. And I mean, there's so many countries and only four answers. So I had to go with three countries. And then the fourth answer was everything else. So I almost want to do the drum roll just to find out, just as we,
I, I think I think the drum roll is appropriate.
it was,
It is
oops,
Mexico.
Mexico,
I can never pronounce the name of the restaurant correctly though.
San Angel.
San Angel.
Hmm. Yeah. Neil, what did you have? What did you think of the food? I like it.
Yeah.
I know Corey didn't. It's not a fan, but you did like the dessert, right? There.
So this is not the one. I thought San Angel was the one across the pavilion, across the building.
Oh,
No?
I might be confused.
Yeah.
I thought it was one inside.
No. The one inside is different.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Neil. But yes, the one inside, uh, yeah, the food was, yeah, for me, I didn't think, and I think most people think that. Oh, he said it is inside. All right, let's hear what you feel. I feel like what I ordered wasn't super impressive,
Uh-huh.
but the dessert was. I think I said on stream it was the best dessert I've ever had on Disney property.
Yeah,
It
I
was a large chocolate cake, and you could break through it. I think it oozed with chocolate. He said they
uh,
changed the menu. Okay, I'm willing to go back and try, and maybe stream it. And well, it's a dark
it is
restaurant.
dark.
I probably can't stream that.
Yeah, it is dark. I think you have the one small tea light candle on the
Yeah,
table. It is very dark.
lots of gluten-free options there, though. Sarah Dash
Ooh,
said.
that's good to know.
Hello to everyone watching on Instagram, and thank you everyone for watching live right now. We do it live because we do it for you, and anyone watching later on, anytime, We thank you for watching as well and supporting the DizPod as we are we still top 8?
9.
What's happening? We're
9.
sliding back.
So I'm gonna say that we are top 10.
From now on, we're top 10 because it goes back and forth.
Yeah. So I actually
I'd be proud to be top 50.
Exactly. I mean, there's 129 that are being rated, and we are rated top 10. So we actually have a little pop up there, right? Top 10 best Disney podcast on feedspot.com. So, but yes, as Corey said, we are streaming on YouTube. We are streaming on Instagram Live. Right now, we're also streaming on Facebook. So we are all over the place. And then tomorrow morning, this show will hit Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast. So yeah, we are all over the place. But if you're watching on any of those others, the most interactive is going to be on the Living in Diz YouTube channel. That's where you'll find most people hanging out, chatting with each other, and then obviously come over and watch Corey live stream from the parks 2 to 3 times a week.
We have exciting things coming up on the channel. I told you about something that's in the works as of last night as well. If you remember that, we have a very exclusive thing that happens on property that we may be able to take part in, and we will take you all there for it. And there's other things in the works too that I can't say I'm sure nobody will live stream. That's the second thing I'm talking about, but we're trying to be the first. I'll say that. We're trying to be the first to do it. So some exciting plans in the works. There's always seems to be something planned in the works. And we made history this week. So stay tuned for
obviously we'll talk about that in Inside the Parks, but holy cow, what a year this has been so far, and we are only in April.
Yes. Shirley Renee, send me that Three Caballeros Loungefly on Instagram maybe, or livingindiz@gmail.com. I'd like to see it.
Very nice.
All right. So we're doing a deep dive today into the Disney park tours. So if you want to kick that off, you can. I figured I would follow your lead on this one.
Yeah, so as a follow-up to our great episode last week where we talked about the VIP tours in depth, actually leading up to that show, I had planned all the information about all the different tours that you can do inside the parks. So because we focused last week on just the VIP tours and the VIP tour sharing group that's on Facebook, I thought this week we would follow with all of the other tours that you can do in the parks that aren't the same cost as what a VIP tour is. They're all going to be very different, and they're in the different parks, whereas the VIP tour can be wherever, they'll go wherever you want to go. You kind of schedule your day and they'll take you through the back roads. This one, these you'll see are park specific. And there's a few that are in resorts also that we'll cover. So Corey, if you will run they're actually video clips.
Okay.
And I'll run there's no audio to it. I just put it in as a video to make it easier. And it'll run as long as we talk, and then I'll say go to the next one.
Okay. Where are those exactly?
Go down to video.
Oh, I see them. I see new video stuff. So behind the seeds tour and just work my way down?
Yep. So we'll start with Behind the Seeds tour.
I have got you.
Which a lot of people have seen as Corey is streaming Living with the Land. You'll see people behind there walking, and that's actually the Behind the Seeds tour. So if you bring that up.
Got it.
So Behind the Seeds is over in the Land Pavilion. You can see, do, learn, grow is their motto for that tour. Like the attraction in Epcot, go do Behind the Seeds. It's a 1 hour tour of the fish farm and 4 greenhouses that make up the land pavilion. It's perfect for anyone with any interest in gardening or natural sciences. You're going to learn about the hybrid striped bass, tilapia, catfish, freshwater shrimp in the farm. You're going to see gigantic fruits and vegetables, unusual crops, talk about the way that they grow them as well. I mean, we see it from the boat, but there you're actually going to be up close and personal and talk with the cast members that are actually doing it. I've seen that, and I'm not much of a gardener, nature type person, but I do want to do that one. And this one is $39 to $45 per person. So very inexpensive to learn something really, really cool that they do there in Epcot and get some behind the scenes looks. So that one's
Love
great.
the title too. The title's really cool, Behind the Seeds.
Yeah.
Now, I know that all or most tours you can't live stream, but I wonder if you could live stream that one.
Yeah. So it's funny because when we were talking to our guest last week, we talked about, that's probably not something that we would ever do um, for the stream because, and she said, because you're going backstage, so you can't stream that. But I wonder if that in particular is considered backstage or not. So that might be worth
Right.
finding out.
I think it's worth asking. Next time I'm at Epcot and I'm over in the land, I'll
Yeah.
ask them if it's something that we could live stream.
Yeah. I think that'd be a good idea. So the next one is another one that a lot of people have spoke about, and I want to know how many of you in chat have done this one. This one is Caring for Giants, and that is over in Animal Kingdom. Obviously, that kind of makes sense.
Right.
It's not going to be in Hollywood Studios. So there, you're going to delve into wondrous world of our park's largest inhabitants. It's a 60-minute experience. You're going to meet with knowledgeable guide who's going to provide you insight into the workings of the African elephant herd. They're going to provide you a glimpse into the day-to-day care of the animals. They'll share stories of the conservation efforts that Disney is doing. And throughout the experience, you'll be able to observe the elephants from about 80 to 100 feet away. So much closer look than even you get when you're on the safari. So that would be pretty cool. And
Yeah, I've never even heard of that one.
yeah, that one that would be pretty cool. Let me just shut this one off here. And so the next one, I think I want to say I've seen it one time being done live. It's over in Epcot, and it's over in the seas, and it's going to be an opportunity to basically swim with the dolphins.
Right there.
Yep. So the Epcot Seas Adventure, the dive quest will last 2 hours. You're going to spend approximately 40 minutes on the actual dive. So I guess the other time is, getting you prepared and getting you kind of a quick lesson on what you're going to be doing. You'll get a backstage tour to see the inner workings of the aquarium as well. And you have to be scuba certified to participate. That one is $229 to $249 per person. The other one is Dolphins in Depth. And this, you're going to interact with the dolphins in waist deep water for about 30 minutes. You'll get backstage viewing and learn about the dolphin care program. And you're going to learn about training and research sessions with the marine mammal specialists and provide or participate in conversations about global issues affecting the ocean life. So that would be pretty cool to do for those that love dolphins. In fact, my aunt loves dolphins; it's her favorite animal. So, wonder if she would Next time she goes to Epcot, we might be looking into doing that for her.
We did that, Tammy and I, on our honeymoon and in Mexico, and it is a experience of a lifetime.
Yeah, I'd
It's
imagine.
it's I highly recommend it. It is definitely expensive, but it's worth the money for
Mm,
sure.
yeah. What was memorable about it? Give me one memorable thing about doing that.
Probably in general, the first thing you think about is, oh my gosh, I'm in the water with dolphins.
Sure. Yeah.
That's my favorite animal on earth. They just have a natural smile at all times and just seem like they want to be playful, like they're kids.
Right.
But beyond that too, the fact that I literally water skied on dolphins. I had a dolphin under each foot and held my balance for a little bit, and I have photos to prove it. And just the fact that they're like puppies.
Mhm.
They come by you and they roll back on their backs and want to be pet on their tummies. And I witnessed two of them near us. That one was jealous, just like if you had two puppies with you who wanted more attention, you could see that the other was jealous. There's so much to go with that experience
Oh
for
wow.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So the next one, we're going to hop back over to Animal Kingdom, and this is going to be up close with the rhinos. So, 60-minute guided adventure. The rhino's keeper will take you backstage to meet these massive creatures, as few people ever do. I couldn't imagine being that close to a rhino. And then the other one we see when you're on the safari, you'll see them above you on the bridge there, as pictured, is the Wild Africa Trek. Be awestruck viewing wild animals in their natural habitat on a 3 hour. Um, I almost said a 3 hour tour, thinking
A 3 hour
Gordon Flatman.
tour.
So a 3 hour Wild Africa Trek, private guided tour, discover the animals from every variety living in the Safai River Valley, an untamed environment, and that is 219 to 229 per person. Um, but that, if you love animals, I think that that's definitely a way to go there on those two. The rhinos, I mean, that must be really cool to see them. It's cool just to see them on the safari, so I could only imagine to see them even closer than that.
So Shirley Renee in chat is doing the rhinos next month, and there are no cameras on that one.
Ah,
Even
no,
personal cameras? So
no
no
cameras
personal
at all.
cameras.
Hmm. Okay.
Courtney's done the Wild Africa Trek.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tell us, those of you that have done one of those, tell us one thing that you've learned that you didn't know before you did that. Because I think
Good question.
that's the for me, I think that would be the key, is to learn something totally different. I'll give you another example. When you do you take the train back to Rafiki's Planet Watch, there's a petting zoo back there. And behind the petting zoo, they are caring for animals. And you can talk to, well, you can talk to the cast members at the petting zoo, but you can also talk to those caring for the animals back there and feeding the animals. And you get so much information that you didn't really think. And a lot of people don't even know that that's back there. I talked to somebody the other day on Facebook, who said they didn't even know that there was a train to go back there, and they were amazed at how much was back there when they got off the train. So they thought they were just taking a train ride, and then they get off and see um, all of that's back there at Rafiki's Planet Watch. So make sure you do that if you go to Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
That does close earlier than the rest of the park, though.
We haven't been there in a long time.
Mm. Also in Animal Kingdom, and these are coming from Disney World's website. So you can find all this information right on Disney World's website if you're interested in doing any of these when you go to the park. So you have Savor the Savannah, immerse your senses during privately guided journey and explore sights and sounds and taste of Africa. There This one I think would be kind of interesting. I'd have to see how much, you're eating to really make it worth the 189 to 199 per person, but I think that would be pretty cool. And then you also have the Starlight Safari at Animal Kingdom Lodge. So not at the park, but at the lodge. So there you're going to climb aboard an open-sided safari vehicle and feel the rush of night air as you rumble through lush scenery, scanning the horizon for over 30 species of African wildlife. And that one is $76 to $89 a person. That one, you do not need to be staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge to do that. It is just hosted at Animal Kingdom Lodge, but you do not have to be a guest of the resort to do that one. So anybody can book that one.
I think I got a taste of the Starlight Safari one time. I don't even know where I was. Um, could have been just back in the day when we could just visit resorts at night.
Mm.
Yeah, because I don't think it was the time we stayed there, but I can remember looking through, those metal goggles or whatever it was, and
Sure.
they had night vision. They had
Yeah.
cast members, or they handed us some night vision goggles that you can ask to try,
Mhm.
and we saw some creatures out there on the savannah through some night vision over there. So that might have been a part of that, or the tools they use for that.
Yeah, sounds
So
like it. Yeah,
I'm
that
assuming, I could be totally wrong. If I don't know if anybody's done that one. So if that is the case, I feel like, well, that doesn't make sense. What I was going to say anyway. So it's probably you're behind the fences and they know where to take you and look at the animals at night, probably. Because I was
Mhm.
going to say, well, you're not actually on the savannah, looking at some of these animals. So it's
Yeah.
probably, behind, on the other side of the fence, and they take you to different locations where they
Mhm.
know the animals will be.
So this next one, I don't think I knew about this. I wonder how many of you knew about this one. This one is at Wilderness Lodge, and it's the Wilderness Back Trail Adventure. Go wild on two wheels. Take in Florida's natural beauty while gliding along scenic back roads. If you've never ridden a Segway before, you're in for a treat. So this is a Segway tour. You're going to navigate a variety of surfaces from paved roads to woodland trails as you complete a 2-hour circuit that includes stops at the stables in Tricircle D Ranch and Glassy Bay Lake, where you can take obviously a lot of photos there. And that one is $90 to $99 a person. Have you ever done have you ever done a Segway? I've never been on a Segway. Yeah. That's what they say. That's what they say. Might be worth trying. Yeah. Mhm.
You hear me?
I
Could you
can
hear
hear
me?
you.
You can hear me fine?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Huh? All right, I muted. I was muted by my
Oh,
note. By my. Okay, so I'll just keep going then. So Courtney said you get to walk on the bridge over the Nile Crocs on the Africa Trek and go in the Trek Jeep and see the animals up close. That sounds
no.
really, really cool. Um, let's see. Corey, I have my headphones on and I can hear you more in my left side than the right side. Is anybody else experiencing that? Let
Mm,
me know. Nanny Pooh Bear says the rhinos are very impressive. The thing that really got to me was how horrible the poachers were to make them extinct.
yeah, yeah, without question. Yeah, without question, and they talk about that on the safari, and what you can do to kinda help, some of these animals and the efforts towards keeping them alive, and they talk about how well Disney has done to help those efforts, so they've done really, really good work. It beyond just Animal Kingdom Park, you know? out there in the regular world. They're doing a lot of work to help keep those animals alive. So
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Keys to the Kingdom tour.
yes. So this is the one I think that a lot of people know. Um, this one, it's the one that I think I want to say Anne Gilnack has said that she's done this one. It's the one I would like to do. But it's one that a lot of people worry if you do it, you're seeing a lot of the backstage. So does it kind of ruin the magic? I don't think it would. I mean, we all know that it's a park and there's other functions to the park, but um, you will unlock a fascinating history of Magic Kingdom Park and gain backstage access to legendary hidden areas. The 5 hour, so that's another thing. It's 5 hours. That's a pretty long um, tour compared to the other ones that we've talked about tonight. So the 5 hour walking tour explores the creation and remarkable growth of one of the most beloved parks at Walt Disney World Resort. Explore secret locations you've always wondered about and get the inside scoop on some of your favorite attractions. And I think that that's another key to that tour, is that your guide is going to give you little tidbits of info that you wouldn't normally get from, a cast member that's at the ride, walking you in, or, how many people are in your party? How many people in your party? That cast member is only going to give you so much info. These folks are trained to give you a lot of that, insider info that they can give out. Of course, there's stuff they can't give out, but like, where's the Disney jail? They're not going to, well, maybe they would tell you that, but there is a Disney jail. It is on Main Street. So Courtney says you get backstage information on the rides, buildings, and how they operate parade floats. That I got a little bit of information on that because I always wondered about the music and how the music works from the floats as it changes as the floats come through the parade route. So we actually looked that up on YouTube, and it's kind of cool. And I, if I remember correctly, I think it still happens today the way it happened when the parade started, when the park opened. So
how about that? Old technology holds up.
Holds up. They include lunch. Oh, and 2 rides. Okay. Good to know. And the cast member only areas, yeah. So you'd be in the utilidors. Maybe you see the break room. Although we saw the break room when we were there last time, the break room in Rise of the Resistance, when we had to go out that back hallway. So, and then the last one we're not going to spend too much time on because we did an entire show last week, and there is not much that Corey and I could say compared to our guest last week on this topic, but it is the Disney VIP tours. So as we spoke about last week, VIP tour guide and up to 10 guests, the price does not change whether you have 1 guest or 10. And the price does vary. It's kind of like the dynamic pricing on the park tickets. So it will vary per day, but they will take you in private vehicles from park to park. You do have to have a annual pass, which includes park hopper, or a park hopping ticket in order to do park to park. Or you could just do the VIP tour in just one single park if you wanted to. That's fine too. But it's really customized to what you want to do. Pretty much everything is going to be lightning lane entrance, and they're going to give you water and I guess Mickey bars throughout the day. Sometimes you get little surprises. They will push the stroller for you if you have a child with you. They'll change their diaper. No, they don't change diapers. But no, it's kind of an interesting experience, and it's one that I would like to be able to do. And after speaking to our guest last week, it got me really excited to look into doing that, especially on a group scenario where we're doing it with, maybe with our guest from last week, or another big group that has done it before, that really can maximize the day for you. So yeah, so those are the different tours that you can do. You can see tours all the way from $39 to, to the VIP tour, but it really just depends on what you want to do um, with your day. But a lot of us go through the park, especially not those of us that go all the time, but if it's a once in a lifetime trip, a lot of these tours people don't even think about them, because it's ride, 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 ride. But those of us that go to the parks quite often could get a lot of out of this. But especially if you're an animal lover, go and do some of this stuff. I mean, your local zoos probably have something similar to this, but I don't think anything like what's available at Animal Kingdom, or at Epcot too. So Courtney says, is there an annual pass holder discount for VIP tours? I don't believe so. I don't remember if we got that answer last week. We'll find out for you.
Yes. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one, but I thought back in the comments someone mentioned something about a discount. Yeah, Shirley Renee says $109 for AP for one of the particular ones. So
Okay.
I would assume so. Shirley Renee says no tours at Hollywood Studios. Maybe it's time to get one.
I was thinking that. Yeah, as I went through and I was like, well, you have tours at the other three parks, and you have some that are in the resorts, but nothing for Hollywood Studios. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the park itself, and like what would you get out of it? Back in the day when it was a working studio, um, I wonder if they had that, like a VIP tour of the actual studios. Does anybody know? Because I would bet when you had actual working studios, you could probably do a special tour of the studios. But now with it just being, a theme park, I don't know what they would do. But I
Hannah
just see
Anderson
plenty of the VIP tours are going through Hollywood Studios. Certainly going to Rise for sure.
Hannah Anderson says, don't they go up to $800? We didn't cover any that went that expensive, right? Oh, wait. Yeah, they do. The Dolphins. The Dolphins are expensive.
Yeah,
I don't remember what they were.
Expensive. Yeah, Dolphins were probably the most expensive, other than the VIP tours. VIP tours kind of expensive, but again, I think the Keys to the Kingdom tour is probably the best value to me. Best value because it's a 5 hour tour, and it's areas that you're not going to see otherwise. So
Better than the 3-hour tour.
better
You
than
end up on
3
an
hours.
island.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, $109 is a really great deal for Keys to the Kingdom, and I think Keys to the Kingdom would be my first choice if I wanted to do a tour.
Yeah, I agree.
But they all look amazed,
Yep, absolutely.
for sure. Andy was mentioning about the Zoom call. I have an official date for the Zoom call right now. We're gonna flip it because we want to make sure people pay attention, but not really. It's gonna be a Tuesday. It's gonna be a Tuesday.
Okay.
I have two clients that can't be super consistent on the day that I put them on. So we're flipping. So Tuesday the 23rd will be the Zoom call day for anyone who is involved in the Zoom calls.
I'm
And if you're
marking
not,
it on my calendar right now.
yeah, and if you're not involved in the Zoom calls, we encourage you to try it. Just give it a try, see if you like it, because I think you will. We're really genuine with that. We intend it to be an hour, but at this point, we know it's not even going to just be an hour. I mean, we're just getting warmed up. It goes into hour 3, hour 4. So that's how much we enjoy each other, and it gives us a chance to get to know all of you even more. And I'll tell you right now, There's a lot of friendships that have been made in the Zoom calls, not
Yeah.
just us to the people. It's with the people to the
Right.
people.
Right.
So it's been great. Uh, good. Did we cover everything there?
We did. We did. Yeah, I could, like I said, like you said, Keys to the Kingdom would probably be my first choice. Um, I'm not a swimmer, so I probably wouldn't do the Epcot ones. Well, the water ones, but I'd like to do Behind the Seeds. I think that would, I would probably Keys to the Kingdom, and then Behind the Seeds would be my next one.
Yeah. Yep. For me, if I was to pick number two, I did the Dolphins already, so probably probably the one where you go over the bridge at Animal Kingdom
Mm-hmm.
and look at the crocs down below. I'm adventurous like that.
Yeah.
Is it time to go inside the parks?
Yes, it is.
Time for a whammo bammo Parks edition, everybody. Well, now it was quite the trip to the parks this week.
Woof! I felt
So
like I was right there with you.
I think so. It seems that way. It seems
Boy, oh
that way.
boy.
Welcome once again, everyone on Instagram, for checking us out. Thanks for checking us out there. We do have a YouTube channel. Check us out on the YouTube channel and subscribe. Glad you joined us on Instagram as well. We're in the parks three times a week, sometimes 2 times a week. And we have a lot of fun, and we do this little podcast ranking in the top 10 in the world for Disney podcasts. So we were over. So it was interesting, right? It was a very different Saturdays, meaning it wasn't just in the parks, or it wasn't even just in the parks and then going over to Disney Springs. It was very different, and I was happy to do that, and the crowd was great. So I think we made a good choice if you're looking technically number wise with all of that. And what we did was we started the day over at Hollywood Studios, and we did Star Tours. That was the main objective, to do Star Tours for the new transmissions. So there's 3 transmissions. There are not 3 planets to go to
Mhm.
right now. There is 1 new planet to go to, and that's through Ahsoka, which they show at the very end. We really enjoyed it. We really enjoyed it. We knew what we were getting into. It was definitely not 3 planets like we were kind of misled to believe.
Mhm.
But I'm glad I knew about that going into it, because our good buddy Greg had gone on the day before and reported to us all the details and what to expect. So we did it. We pulled that off, and we went on and we got Mando first,
Mhm.
and then we got Ahsoka. So now, for me, the drama had ramped up. It was like, okay, can we get the third transmission, which is Andor? And we didn't, but that's okay. I'm glad at least we didn't get 3 Mandos or 3 Ahsokas.
Right. Right. Right.
So that was a lot of fun. I like what they added. Anytime you can make something fresh, I'm all for it. Would I like more planets? Yes. Do I think that we should get more planets? Yes. But for now, it was fun, and it's nice to shake it up a little bit. The interesting thing about being in, what was the most interesting thing about, not even that, no, I'm not even talking about Lily. We met Lily from Lily's Life, if she's watching. Hello, Lily. Lawrence and I love you. Our whole family loves you, and I just love everything about your family and how involved they are with you. It's so magical.
Yeah.
I was very excited to have talked with her, and it was so special. I should have had it here in the studio with me, and I've got yours all protected. She she autographed some napkins for us with her logo on it and everything for her channel. And it was a real thrill and fun to interact with Lily, as always. But what was the most unusual thing that happened? Let's see if anybody can answer in the chat, too. We weren't at Hollywood very long. What was the most unusual thing that happened in the time we were there?
Oh boy.
You didn't know I was going to throw this on you, did you? I didn't know I was going to throw it on you, but we're in inside the parks.
I, gosh, do not remember.
Okay. Oh, Ladybug Runner got it right. She said, "Don't forget about your new favorite Wookiee cookie. Neil brought you to the light side." I'll tell you what, I don't know what it was that day, but that Wookiee cookie tasted a little bit better, and I couldn't get Tammy to try it. Phantasmic, that was not the same stream that Phantasmic was down because we jetted
Right.
from Hollywood Studios that day.
That's right. Yeah.
But I tried the Wookiee cookie again, everybody, and the cream was very acceptable. So I don't know if we've tweaked the cream or what we've done, but has the power of living in Diz hammering the Wookiee cookie made it better? Probably not, but I like to believe it.
But didn't it also take a while for it to come out? Like, weren't you like, "Where's Neil?" And it
Yeah.
took a while.
Well, I was going to take the stream inside, but I didn't because the line was long.
Uh-huh.
It was busy in there. So I think that's why it took Neil a while.
Got it.
Was it a little moister? Not really, but the cream was better. And yes, Allison, I know I'm crazy. We'll try it again. And if it's back to the other way, then but it wasn't bad.
They did
Do I
enough
wanna waste
to pull you in, and then then watch, it'll be back to normal.
Do I want to waste calories on it? No, not typically. But I think Tammy still has a num num cookie over there in the kitchen. You know, we should do a segment every week and ask me how high is our Disney snack tower in the kitchen. I went out and measured back in the members only podcast. I said it was about 14.25 inches. When it goes over 14.25 inches, you can't buy any more. You have to reduce it. Well, we're currently at 18.5 inches right
Oh
now.
my. The alarm wasn't going off? I thought the alarm goes off at 14.5 inches.
The guy that's going to install the alarm is coming tomorrow.
Got it.
Tammy made the appointment, so that's going to happen where there's going to be a Disney snack alarm. I walked right by, I walked right by the Emporium the other night. Didn't even go in to see what was going on there for snacks, so I was good with that. But I know in that stack is a Num Num cookie, the very special Nuddles.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what a Nuddle is? Who knows what a Nuddle is? If you're paying attention to the end of the Epcot stream about 3 streams ago, you may have that information. Shirley Renee says they must have been hungry. Let's see. What is he saying? Disney was like, that one live streamer podcaster doesn't like the Wookiee cookie. We need to improve it. Exactly.
Switch up
Who
that.
are you and what have you done with Corey, says Sharon. I know I've hammered Wookiee cookies so much. But I have to be honest, that cream just seemed different that day. If it's good again, I might have to, but it's still dry.
Yeah, I'm going to back up Immersed in Love here because I hear that the lasso is working again.
We hammer the lasso. We hammer the lasso in Small World.
Just
Save
saying.
the calories for Dole Whip, says Ladybug Runner. Absolutely. Pamela has not tried the Num Num or the Wookiee. Who are you? Oh, next trip, Pamela, you need to try both.
I haven't tried the Num Num. I have tried the Wookiee cookie.
Immersed in Love says they diverted Imagineers from Tiana's and other secret attractions only to improve the cookie for Corey. Exactly. Yes, Greg gave you the muddles. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Nuddles, but yes, the Nuddle is very exclusive. It's a very exclusive snack. They bake it towards the end of the week, and it's only sold at 2 p.m. on Fridays at Disneyland.
That's crazy.
And they sell out within an hour. And he stood in line to get me some. So I have Nuddles in the tower, the snack tower. I have, I still have Summer House cookies. I have some Num Num cookies, and I have the Easter popcorn mix. So that's in there. So we're working on it. Corey, Neil hypnotized you with the Wookie cookie. I think he did. Where do you buy these cookies? Nanny Pooh Bear says. So the Wookie cookie can be bought at the backstage lot, and it's right across from Star Tours. And then if you're heading the very beginning of turning the corner, after you turn the corner from oh gosh, I'm just going blank. The Walt display.
One Man Stream.
When you go by One Man's Dream, on your right, just to your left, that very first little coffee kind of stand, you can get the Num Num cookie over there.
Yeah, I think it's called Market.
Yeah, it's just simply Market.
Yep.
Go to Market. So, yeah, Pamela says, Corey, that was very cool of USC Greg to share that treat. So, speaking of USC Greg, we'll thank him one more time and his family, his wife Marissa, for gifting us the second part of Saturdays, which was we went from Hollywood Studios over to the Grand Floridian, and we got to stay a night there. And that was something that I didn't even put it on my bucket list. I didn't even think that was something I would ever do. So to be able to do that was a really big thrill for me, and it was great to take the stream along. So, you know, we did do the meal. The meal wasn't gifted by Greg, but I have to say the meal. Thank you to everyone that donated towards the meal. That made it even more amazing, and we're all grateful. And I know Neil is grateful for that too. It's hard to get Neil to accept a gift of appreciation. But the meal was good. We ate over at the Grand Floridian Cafe and really enjoyed it. What did I get? I got what did I get? I can't remember what I got for an appetizer. Oh, I got the onion soup, the French onion soup, which was very good.
Mm-hmm.
And Alyssa and Neil got one of the salads, and I finished what Alyssa didn't finish for salad. And I got the pork shank, which you lifted that bone, you lifted it up off the plate, and the meat literally fell off.
Yeah. When you did that, I was like, wow, that is fall off the bone. I was pretty impressed with that. I don't know that I've ever seen that where it just like just you know, it was odd. It was like I don't know. It was very good.
I know. So let me think. What else did we do? I had the key lime bar for dessert, and also to the table was, oh, I can't remember the other dessert. You'll have to watch the live stream, but that was good too. So that was a good time, and we did a room tour live. Love doing that, and we had some trouble though. We had some trouble, and Greg was messaging me.
Right.
We had trouble getting in. The magic bands weren't working, but all that week, seemingly for DVC, the bands just weren't working to help a lot of people get into the parking lot. So you all got to see that live, which is fine to see things that don't always work out smoothly. Do
Sure.
I want them to work out smoothly on stream? Absolutely, but you saw us be able to work that out. So ultimately, the band didn't work on the room as well, so I had to go down, and the cast member quickly fixed that, and we got to go in and show the room, and a lot of great Easter eggs in that room with Mary Poppins and penguins and things like that. I love how they kind of hide the closets. They're wallpapered and sliding doors. Was it sliding? Or I think they just opened up, but hidden. You can hardly tell it was a closet there.
Yeah.
And they rolled out the gold package for the bathroom. Like, I can't even tell you the last time I saw gold.
That was a really nice suite, and I mean, you're not even talking a 2-3 bedroom suite. It doesn't have to be to be decorated nice and to have nice amenities in the room. So it was really nice. I'm sure you did not enjoy having to leave it after only one night.
That's the only problem when you stay a night somewhere so nice that you're just kind of settling in, and then to have to check out is always a bummer. It's always a bummer even if you stay for 10 days, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of like, one more night. Oh man, no, don't get me wrong. So grateful, but you're always like, I want to stay one more night.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just want to stay. But I made the best of it in the morning because I got up about 8:15, and I went out. I went into the hot tub, and let me tell you all, if you haven't been in the hot tub, or if you've been in hot tubs in Disney, I feel like a lot of them aren't that hot, and the jets aren't super strong in the ones I've tried.
Hmm.
But this one, the jets were so strong they were pushing me off the wall, and also it was the hottest one I've been in.
Wow.
So I really, really enjoyed that. And after about 45 minutes in there, I went over to the main pool and just kind of chilled out there for about 45 minutes.
Hmm.
I was in the pool chilling out, and I hear "Living in Diz," and I was like, "Who's calling me?" It was Jillian at the other end. So yeah, I went up. I took a quick shower. Tammy was just about ready, and grabbed a coffee and sat down on the balcony and enjoyed the view for
Mm.
about 15 minutes, and that kind of completed our adventure over there. And the view was unbelievable. The view was the all of the Polynesian, which included the bungalows. You
Yeah.
could see the monorails. You could see the monorail from the TTC all the way by the Grand Floridian.
Mm.
Um, you could see everything. So it was a really, really great time. And in chat, oh, Purple Pleasure said I had the smoothie over at the Grand Floridian Cafe. That smoothie was good. Jacob felt like, and I think he was right. It was and it's okay. It was the exact smoothie that we loved over at Tomorrowland, which I don't think you can get that strawberry smoothie anymore.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I could be wrong, but I don't think you can. Ladybug Runner loved the glass penguin chandelier. That was also very cool. Kim Patton said the room was so elegant. Absolutely. And the 12-foot couch, that couch was long. And Pamela says that was a beautiful view. Our Instagram cut off, and it looks like all I can do is exit out.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe
Yeah, I
I'll
was
just.
able to hit go live again on mine.
Oh, okay. I wasn't. So maybe I'll just get rid of it at this point because I'm sure we'll be wrapping up soon.
Yeah.
Um, so let's see what else. That was that. Monday night I was in Magic Kingdom, and just a typical night at the park, right? Just we
Yeah.
had a good time.
Yep.
The ride times were low. We had no problem getting some premium rides
Mm-hmm.
back and forth, and so much so. Oh, Courtney said she saw us on Insta. Yep, my side of the Insta just ended, so I'm just gonna leave it there, and we'll be back on it uh, next week.
Yeah.
But so at Magic, great, tons of fun. Got on plenty of rides for a short time, and then I went over to the Contemporary again. Wanted to do the fireworks from high atop the Contemporary, and I knew that those speakers that I walked by the last time
Mm-hmm.
was going to be the thing. And so I went up there. I did all 14 floors, and it was fine. I had time, so I took my time, went
Yeah.
up there with LID Special 3.0 in my hand from Starbucks, and stood in front of the speaker, and everybody said that the audio was just amazed as.
Yeah.
It was incredible. LID in the Heights, says Purple Pleasure. And what a view. And let's just talk about, I'm thinking of it now because the way I had to stream that, we will not give much away of the secret sauce, but we made some history in Walt Disney World, in the Disney World YouTube streaming community. We streamed horizontal and vertical from start to finish. And it was amazing. It was learning on the fly, and I think that we pulled it off with perfectly. I think we pulled it off perfectly, and I'm proud of us for doing that. And from now on, we will be streaming vertical and horizontal in the parks. And this week, we're going live on Insta as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Big week for sure at Living in Diz. We have been working on this for a while. And
Blood, sweat, and tears.
finally got everything together to really do it, and it was it worked out very well, and people wanted to see the vertical. They were able to see the vertical. They wanted to see full screen. They could see full screen. And the idea again behind it is there are folks that like watching vertical, and so now they have the option.
And I've been saying it, and I'll say it again. Anyone that just loves horizontal, all of our peeps right here, you don't have to go to the vertical at all. That's just an alternative thing.
Hmm.
If you want to go to it as well, awesome. Whatever you want to do, great. But you can certainly just stay right there in the horizontal. That's just another option for people who want to see that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. A little word from our sponsor.
All right.
Looking for a home that offers the perfect blend of luxury, comfort, and convenience with Disney World in your backyard? Victor Naraki is a licensed realtor with Vision Home Real Estate LLC. He is here to help you find the home of your dreams. With over 13 years of experience in the vacation home market and a proven track record of success, Victor is the perfect partner to guide you through every step of the home buying process. So why wait? Visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today to learn more about Victor's exclusive range of properties and schedule a viewing with him today. Your dream home is just a click away. If you're
And blast the chat for Steve Bullock and Tony they just dropped a gift and it went to Ladybug Runner.
Oh boy.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Steve. Ladybug Runner gets all those great things like the members only podcast, exclusive emojis, 2 times the chance to win contests that we do here, whether it's giving away Mayan pain creams or when we give away Tammy's money. Giving away Tammy's money is happening on Saturday, everybody.
Oh yeah.
If things are going the way they've been going, we are going to reach 14K, and when we do that, we give away $100 of Tammy's money. We will be in, I think we'll be in Epcot, right?
Yes. I think so.
I think we're in Epcot, everybody. So with that said, why did I choose Epcot? Who's playing at Epcot at the Garden Rocks that on Saturday? Because I feel like
That might have been why
I feel like I chose it for a reason, but I almost feel like maybe I mischose based on who I wanted to see. Might have to change that schedule. Oh, what's the date going to be? We're looking at, let's see, today's the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th?
13.
Oh, okay. Maybe we're not at Epcot. I might have to change it.
Okay.
I might change it because we definitely want to be in Epcot for Saturdays on April 26th or 27th, whatever it is, because it's Starship. We love seeing Starship.
Yeah.
So let me look at that. We might be at Magic Kingdom instead, but wherever we are, you're going to get to shop wherever you want. And we've done this live many times already, and it's becoming a lot quicker to do it.
I remember New Year's Day streaming for you with Catherine, and we were just outside of the Teacups, and we celebrated hitting 12K.
Isn't that crazy that you reached a milestone for the channel?
And here we are 3 months later, and another 2,000 friends have joined us. It is absolutely incredible, and I think it just goes to show what Corey and the family do and bring to all of us when they're in the parks. And on top of that, it's all of you in chat that really make that happen, because you're very welcoming, you are interactive, you know, somebody new comes in, they say, "Hey, first time chatting," and you welcome them in, and it just makes a difference. And I can tell you that from experience, because it was only 2 years ago that I was a ninja watcher on Living in Diz. So it is it just says who all of you are. And I'm going to give you hearts if I can do it right. There we go.
Beautiful. And I do
Heartfelt.
always say that. I do always say that we are a community, we are a family, and anytime any of you can overwhelm any new names that you see or people coming in for the day, just say hello. I think it goes a long way with people, especially if they're new. I know our moderators keep an eye on that. And I think it goes a long way to make people feel welcome because we definitely welcome anyone and so appreciative of anyone that comes in to check us out. Tiger Girl says, I love this stream and everyone here. And we love all you too, just for coming on in and being part of this. And you all have, you carry on great conversation and it allows me to be better
Yeah.
in the parks with all of you. I really enjoy a lot of that. And I would say there's plenty of chat that I see that I don't comment on either.
Right.
I kind of watch you all and I point out the things that I want to respond to or emphasize. So I see all of you interactive there, and I appreciate all of that. So if you're not signed up for the email, go to livingindiz.com. It's your one-stop shop for everything Living in Diz. We have our Diz shop there. We can buy merch. You can sign up for the emails that go out once a week, and I think they're really nice looking, and it gives you a little bit of an idea of what the schedule is going to be, and on the email as well as the channel. We always have our extended schedule up there, and there's much more on there as well. You can catch the latest live streams. They're just playing. You just go through and they're just playing. You know that there is a thing before we go, now that I'm thinking of it, when I talk about people participating, there is actually something we can track to tell you all who the top chatters are while we are live. And you want to know who? Let's do a countdown. Here is your top 10. Maybe we should do this from now on when we have time.
Yeah.
We're going to end with this. Here are your top 10. Let's get a better voice. Here are your top 10 chatters for this week on Living in Diz. Number 10, Alyssa Stenberg with 242 messages.
Wow.
Yeah. Number 9, Pamela V with 271. Aileen. Who's Aileen? Aileen, I apologize if you're always here, but I think Aileen just came on the scene.
Okay.
And she had 271, tied with Pamela this week.
Wow.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure how long that spans. Okay, it's a week. It's a week. So, Courtney Marie at number 7 with 326. Elisha with 327. Edging her out at number 5 was Ann Gilnack. Neil says he sees Aileen.
Okay.
Steve Bullock says it's hard to be a ninja watcher when you are watching LID. You have to interact with Living in Diz. And he's right. This is funny to hear the list, says Susie Q. It tells all of you that it's time to step it up. I don't know. Maybe we should award something for, I don't know, maybe put a time frame on it. So many months, whoever the top chatter is or something, you know, gets a prize. Nanny Pooh Bear, who is fairly new on the scene at number 4, 373. This is just a testament to how much you love to interact, you know. Alyssa and Neil, 408 at number 3. I can't believe.
Think about that, because he's in the park with you a lot.
Yes.
But here's the thing. You all know it. He leaves at fireworks, right after fireworks or whatever. Corey's still on. Of course, he takes that long drive home, and then he's jumping in the chat when he gets home. He, you know, again, that's just part of what makes this channel so special.
Yes. And number 1, can I get a drum roll? Wait. I didn't do number 2, right?
Right. Number 2.
I can't believe number 2. I'm totally floored by number 2. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
At 435 chats, Allison A.
Ah!
I didn't think Allison talked that much.
Wow. Look, remember the one Zoom call? She didn't talk at all.
Nope.
She was on the treadmill. She didn't talk to us at all.
Nope. Just sitting there looking pretty. That's it.
Wow.
You know what it is? You know what it is? It must have been a week where I broke a lot of rides. That's when she really talks.
Yes.
Corey?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike Ballard, how's it going? Happy Wednesdays. So here's number one. I want a drum roll for this one.
Oops.
At number one, the top chatter for this week at 569 compared to Allison's 435, Benjamin Burton. How about that? Congratulations, Benjamin. You are the top chatter of the week.
How about that? Way to go.
So it's crazy, right? So when we think of it, I think this is fun. If you guys want to hear this more often, this is a testament to all of you. We can go over that and talk about the top 10. Jennifer Robbins, hello and welcome. Welcome to the DizPod. And if I want to do, I'll do some honorable mentions quick. I'll do the top 20, but I'll spend most time on 10. Mm-hmm. So here's 20. Starting from 20 to 11, Princess Leia, Crystal Coachman, Car Chase Fan, the DizPod Lawrence at 17. There's room for improvement.
I'm too busy putting in polls.
I know. That's the problem. He's doing polls.
Yeah.
Catherine says, I love this segment. I have to do more chat. Shirley Renee at 16. Melissa Winters at 15. Disney Jr. at 14. Steve Bullock at 13. Michelle Hollensteiner at 12. And our very own Sharon Hecker at 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that? That's pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah.
I like that. It's just something I thought of when I thought about participation. So, yeah, we'll do it. I thought that was pretty cool. Charles in Charge says, coming back in February for my birthday, staying at the Boardwalk Disney was life-changing. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Hey, Susie Q.
Yes, it was life-changing because he got to meet me. No, I'm kidding.
It's always life-changing. You changed my life.
But it was really cool getting to meet Charles in Charge. Came up and said hello. So I love that.
I love the camaraderie in the chat. Shirley Renee says, I am slacking at 16, so I want to see you pick up your game. And you know what, all? This helps the channel. This helps, I think, the algorithm too, maybe? This helps the channel. If YouTube knows we're live and you all are chatting more, YouTube's like, whoa, the chat is really cooking on that channel. Let's share it out to more people. Let's try it all together. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
You know?
The likes and the chat, the comments after live streams, all of that helps YouTube say, hey, there's something going on there. People are liking that. Let me go ahead and share it out to more people who are Disney fans who have, watched other Disney shows. So yeah, when you can chat, if you feel comfortable chatting, absolutely. I mean, but you're going to feel welcome because this is a great group of folks.
Dole Whip Dave says, I was traveling this week and I've got to get back on the top 20. I love this new segment. So I'll remind you all when I'm live in the parks, like, let's go chat more. Let's see who can get the highest amount of chats each week. We'll have to think if we can create a contest. We've got to create a contest around that. So if any of you all have ideas, we'll get on that. We'll try to formulate something and give a prize.
And talking about things that'll help the channel that are free to do, I want to bring up my screen so that I can really quickly share one thing that'll really help the channel. So if you're on Living It Now, Corey does a phenomenal job of pre-scheduling his streams. That really helps as well. But here's the thing. You know how we always say, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming streams? YouTube only shares that information about 40% of the time. So if you want to make sure that you do not miss a single minute, if you go to Living in Diz's channel on YouTube, you click right here where it says notify me. now you're guaranteed to get that notification, right? So now I'm going to get that notification and I'm going to get that one. So anytime you go to Living in Diz during the week, pop on and hit that notification. And you could also make sure I'm muted there. Yeah. So you can also go in here and click the like button before the stream even starts. And that definitely helps as well.
Good points. Good points. And definitely continue. You can continue to act. You continue to interact with us after this and put comments after any live stream, the podcast, after any live streams in the parks. We always do respond. I have to admit, last couple of weeks at least. I'm always on top of the chat. That's one thing I haven't gotten to, but I will get back to everybody and make my way back to current comments. You probably noticed that, Lawrence. I've slacked in that area. So Lawrence or I will get back to you all and comment back for sure. And sometimes I comment on Lawrence's, and he piggybacks me. So
yeah.
We definitely want to make sure we don't slack on that. So Shirley Renee says, I'm counting down my trip for 3 weeks. And that's awesome. She always finds us, so hopefully you can find us and come say hello. The last thing I'll point out in chat was Mike Ballard said that he's still blown away by the fireworks that we did from the Contemporary, and that's awesome, Mike. And I will, if there's extra magic hours or after hours on Monday night and it's not windy, maybe I'll go up there again. So
yeah, that worked out really well. Both streams, the vertical and the horizontal, got to see it really clear. Like you said, the music was. I told Corey last night it was like he was plugged directly in to the audio, like he had a direct audio feed coming right to his phone because it was so crystal clear. And of course, there was no wind, so that helped. So
yes,
over in the vertical stream, real quickly, Jillian says, I'm subbed and have the notifications on. I just work too much and only catch the stream when I'm off. Hey, that's all right. That's all right. We appreciate you doing the rewatch. But when you have time to watch live, absolutely come over and watch live.
Neil says, Corey enjoys running up the stairs. He used the parachute to get down. Yes, I did that. And I landed in Magic Kingdom.
There you go.
So that was fun. We'll join you at the Contemporary Monday if you go. Oh, okay. We'll check the weather conditions and we'll see if it works. Yeah. So definitely, it'll be fun to keep track and who's chatting and who needs to pick up the slack. Mike will be there on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I will be there on Monday at Magic. Definitely come say hello. All right, everyone. It was another Amaze Diz week. It's only the midweek now, but we're like that. It's a fiscal week for us. It's from Saturday to Wednesday is the fiscal week on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's all that's everything that's happened. So good stuff. When Tinkerbell flies, she lands pretty far. She does. You guys got to see that.
Oh yes.
How far she goes.
We know that it's pretty far, but being able to see it. Well, of course, the first fireworks, Happily Ever After, she didn't pay her light bill or something. But then the next one for Enchantment, we were able to see it the whole way. So that she's got a long flight.
And her lights turn off before she lands.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's see. I just highlighted a comment. Josh R says this is the only stream I watch when you aren't eating something. Well, I always make it a point to eat on stream because I want you all to get the food reviews. And lately we've been on a streak. We've been doing a lot of sit-down live dinner reviews. There are no more in the plans right now. So we'll probably take a break from any quick service. We'll do that. But any long sit-downs are not in the plans for the next few weeks at least. So we'll see when the next one comes up. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, everybody, for watching live. We do it live because we do it for you. And the next time I am live will be on Saturdays. This is the week where there's no Thursday live.
Mm-hmm.
Next week there will be. I think I'm going to have to think this out. You'll have to watch and see what the notification says. We'll either be in Epcot or we'll be in Magic Kingdom. So watch for that. And for now, Do you have a quote tonight?
I don't, because we added all the chatters. So
Excellent. Fine with me. And that's good stuff. So thank you, Mrs. Billy Glenn. Hey, I'm Corey
I'm Lawrence.
for the Diz Pod, and we're just a couple of guys talking Disney.
See you next
Good
week.
night, everyone. Oh, and I see, where is it? Oh, Tammy popped in to say good night. Our Roderick Friedman said it was because of a food review I went to La Crêperie. Oh, the La Crêperie de Paris. Awesome. Let us know in the comments what you thought of that. And that would be great. Good night, April. And we'll all see you on the Diz Pod in a week from now in the parks, live on Saturdays with the family. Have a wonderful night for all of you listening live. And we're out.
People living over any allowed to come out of hiding.